Hello guys, this is vlog video of my roof, flat roof for the little garage in the back. Last time I didn't finish it because it was raining, so I had to leave and cover the walls with the same material. And then this time I came back on Monday to finish it. Sorry, I just came out of the hospital, but I'm doing okay. Make sure when you're doing your walls, give at least 6 to 8 inches overlap. I've seen in other countries and other states or places where they only give it about, the manufacturer's reveal, the salvage part, which is about 3 inches, 4 inches. And I usually give it about 6 to 8 inches so I can torch longer pieces. Like this way I can torch up to like 10 feet long and no problem. This one is about 9 feet and I can do it like nothing. I can finish a wall like in a few hours. The other way they do it, I think they do it in Canada, I don't know where. They said if they don't do it like that, they don't pass inspections. So right here in the place where I work, the area, the state, that doesn't matter. The inspector doesn't care. Actually, it's a wall. Why you have to torch it in little pieces? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of. It's just a waste of time, It doesn't, because by little pieces, you take forever, And also, they roll up the torch up to the wall. I just fold it back and then flap it over the wall. And also, when I usually leave about 1.5 inch overhang, and then when I'm done, when the material is dried already and it's not hot anymore, I just trim it with my straight blade, and that gives me a straight cut on the end, against the edge metal. And this is how I do it. Make sure you cut careful, don't cut too much inside the metal. 1/2 inch is okay. But more than that, I think it's you have to put mastic. So I came over to do the walls and also to seal all the penetrations, like the drains and corners. I see some roofers that use patches on torch down or other. Remember, torch down is not single ply. You can't use patch. Here I'm using a roofing adhesive, roofing cement, however you call it, to seal the scupper, the drain where the water is gonna exit. The exit where water is gonna flow out. So I use it, and then the sealant, seals every pore in the membrane. Maybe you didn't seal quite right the corners, so this sealant is gonna penetrate and seal everything. So it's a lot better than having a patch. And plus, putting a patch here and there, honestly, it's a waste of time. To me, it's a waste of time. I can do it a lot faster with this material, and also it's a better quality and it's gonna last longer. I've done 1,000 of repairs, where people they use patches on roofs like this. And somebody else has to go fix it. Another roofer, Some people, they do single ply, so they think everything has to be done like single ply. But remember, build-up roofs and single ply roofs are two different things. It's like shingles and torch downs are two different things. Shingles and tiles, different things. So you have to know what materials you have to use. I'm using a Western colloid plastic cement. It's called elastomeric cement. It can be applied with a brush. I don't recommend you to use a trowel because it's it's not thick enough, so it doesn't hold by itself. So you have to use a brush. It's like brush it on, And then after installing the polyester fabric around the scupper and in the scupper, then I put a second layer on top of it, and so seal it correctly. And take your time, because remember, this one has to be here for the next 20 years, 25 years, so nobody has to do anything to it. The good advantage of this elastomeric roof cement is because it doesn't crack. It shrinks, I know, but it doesn't crack. So that's why you put the polyester fabric, so that way you don't have to deal with shrinking. When it shrinks, it's still, you have the polyester fabric underneath, and you have the other coat on top of it. And this is how it is. And right here I'm doing another corner. On the corners I usually cut a piece of about 3 inches, 2.5 inches. Measure the corner. You see on my corners I don't use no patches. I've seen a lot of roofers, they use patches here and there. They're just wasting time. I don't know who the boss is, but that doesn't go with torchdown. If you see a roofer using patches in your roof and you're the owner, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it out loud. Just dismiss him, okay? Send him home. Tell him, I don't want no patches. Tell him to use the right stuff for the right materials. Don't cut corners, because it's your house, it's your investment, so you're the one that's paying for it. So you request what you want. And right here I put the layer of polyester, and with the brush I make sure it's flat to the first layer, and then apply the second layer. Take your time and make sure you put enough. Don't put a thin layer. Make sure it's thick, because remember, this thing shrinks. So if you see it like thick right now, come back in, let's say in half a year, you're gonna see a thin layer. But since it has the polyester fabric underneath, so it doesn't crack. Right here I'm doing another corner. Also I measured it already, and then I did the 2 little release cuts on the polyester, so it can fall securely, and it doesn't create buckles. And the same thing, I apply a thick layer of roof cement underneath, and then I'm going to apply the polyester fabric on top, and that should seal the deal. It's not really hard. You have to take your time, and first of all, you have to put your customer in mind. That somebody's paying for it, and then somebody wants those results. And here's my finished work. It's a little job, like I said, but it's just an illustration. How I can do. It doesn't matter if it's small or big. It don't matter. I painted the mastic gray, and also right here on the scalper, I made like a little box of wire, and I put it on the scalper, because that's the only scalper I can afford to have it clogged, or debris, leaves and stuff like that fall from the trees. And that's why last time nobody